words as I go along. Oh, we're gonna keep on keeping on and making up lyrics as we go along.
We're gonna wake you up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the song. Yeah.
A little fun.
Good morning.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
As you can tell, we're going to have a really just mellow service today. What? We are Soulshine. It's better than moonshine. Damn sure better than rain, I'm told.
That's what they say.
We are going to start things off with a chant that we would love for you to sing along with us too. This is why you shouldn't end sentences with a preposition, because it just feels weird.
Your choice.
Yeah, the words are, I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. And that's
We sing
it.
from
So
our
we don't
feet.
sing from our seats, we sing, I was getting there. We don't sing from our seats, we sing from our feet. So
We're feisty this morning.
let's do it. Go. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory of God, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory of God, I am. Come on, let me show you what it's all about. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory of God, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory of God, I am. Come on. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the love, in the glory, I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory.
Before we do anything, it's the first day of the month. That means we're doing birthdays. How many people here have February birthdays? Well, we're going to sing to you by yourself, I guess. Is there a couple?
It's all about you.
So everybody, even though there's only one birthday girl, we're still going to sing to everybody. Sorry. Everybody, ready? Eric?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to
Thank you so much for that, Dave. It was that lady's birthday right back there. You could go say hello to that person. Yep. Happy birthday and welcome, everybody. I'm Ezekiel. I'll be your steward for today. And welcome to the spiritual community of Central Oregon. We are a wild soul sanctuary. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending your Sunday here with us. A really nice Sunday. It is a really sunny 50-degree Sunday in the winter, and you chose to come here. There was a rainbow that led most of us here. If you did not see it, I did, and I believe in metaphysics, is that's not the first rainbow that has led me to this location. And it's really beautiful. There's special things going on in this little church that's really trying to spread a message of love out there to the rest of the world. So thank you guys for coming out. And as we typically do, since we are 100 some odd individuals coming from 100 some odd different locations with intentions, ideas, and plans, we take a moment to settle into this environment, into this space, and allow for our energies to come together as a joint energy field. The way that I prefer to do that is with a shared tone. We will start with an ah, followed by an e, and finishing with an oo. Before we do so, I will ask you to exit the air from your lungs and then take a deep breath, and we will do it together. Does that sound okay to everybody? Wonderful. Settle your feet into the ground if it feels okay to you. Spinal position is nice. And if we exit the air from our lungs, deep breath in. And again. And the last one. Thank you for that. I have the best seat in the house for that. It's quite lovely, the way that your voices meld. We start here, and it just kind of hones in just 3 tones to this beautiful meld of energy. We have a chair, lives over on the side of our stage, and it holds space for people who aren't able to be here. People who are possibly passed and transitioned, their body's no longer with us. People who didn't want to be at service, people who are out doing something different on this warm and sunny day, or just anybody that we want to hold space for, be it 4-legged, 2-legged, whatever it is. Please take advantage of the space that we hold on this stage for those people. I've used that to my advantage many moments in service, and it can be a very powerful tool. And after our chair, I want to say thank you, well, all are welcome, to our volunteers. This is a volunteer-run organization. I'm a volunteer, the people working at the AV are volunteer, the people who did the toilets are volunteers, the people who are doing the kitchen are volunteers, the people who are doing the youth are volunteers. We are all here giving our moments for free. It's a way that we donate. It doesn't always have to be monetary. And so if we can, for a round of applause, say thank you to all those people who are out here doing that for us. It matters, and if you're interested in volunteering, come see us. We'd love to be able to help you along your spiritual path. Next is our land acknowledgement. As I say, we are not the first people here, and we will not be the last people here. Before us, there were tribes. There were the Wasco, Warm Springs, Paiute, Klamath, and Malala tribes. We're wonderful, wonderful keepers of this land long before any of us arrived and built a concrete building to be singing songs in. And so we can take a moment to honor them and say thank you for what they did to this land and stewarding this land. And we can take a little note of that forward throughout our day, to be a little bit better of a steward every day in whatever way makes sense for us in that moment. So thank you for taking a moment to acknowledge the land with us. The vision statement. If you guys would read this with me. We are community, committed to co-creating a world of unity, spiritual awakening, and loving kindness. I love that. That is what we do here. That is what we believe in. So if you're new, join us. Next is our celebrations. So this is actually our Sunday celebration service. We have other things that go on here at the congregation, but we really like to celebrate with our members. And so if you have something to celebrate, you have a trip coming up, something fun happened in your life, something sad happened that you need to celebrate, raise your hand up high, and we'll make sure to get you a microphone so that people online can hear you as well. Platform 1, you go, Eric.
Well, I am. This is my last Sunday for a few weeks. I'm going to be heading out to Southern California to visit my mom and some friends, and hopefully see my sister and her kids while I'm down there. And so I'll miss you guys, but I'll be back.
I got it. Is Bindi going with you? Yes, she is. Oh, wonderful.
And I am celebrating that my daughter is no longer up there. She's right here.
I'm celebrating the fact that I'm going to get a knee transplant on February 10 after trying since last summer when it got put off. So February 10th, I appreciate your prayers.
Yay! We like new knees. Right over there, Shuman. Shuman will bring it to you. He's a nice man.
Hi, you guys. I just wanted to say thank you for welcoming our family with open arms here. We've had a few members here that have really enveloped us in love and helped our family through a difficult time. And I can't say how thank you and grateful we are for just helping us through this. And we're really so glad that we made the decision to come. So thank you guys very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, I'd like to celebrate a sad transition. Howard's mommy, Lorraine, passed a few hours ago. She was 98. So, yeah, beautiful woman.
Thank you, Nancy. Any others? Online? None?
Well, I'm going to take an opportunity that I have the microphone and do
Yes.
it. I just want to celebrate our return back from Southern California. Me and my little family, as you know, little baby girl and my wife Tara. We were there celebrating yoga, celebrating healing, celebrating the day that I came to this special planet Earth, and also celebrate all of you. It's always special to be part of this community. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We get a wide range of celebrations, and it's all expression. We welcome all of it. There's celebrations on the whole scope of the human experience. So thank you for joining us on that. Next is our kiddos. If you want to come on up, I'll get my microphone back. So, we'll wait a moment for them to arrive. I think some of the kids are hiding out in the foyer as well. They tend to do that. Dan is with the children today. Is Tiff helping you?
No, Megan is.
Oh, Megan, wonderful. What are we working on?
Today,
Platform 1.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello.
today we are talking about me and those closest to me. And so in some ways that's family, and in some ways that's our dearest friends. And also that relates to animals and also just the spirit of what is near us. And so we're going to be evaluating that today. Thank you.
Guys will read this with us. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. See you, Leon. Now my favorite part, announcements. That's why you all come. We have some extra ones today, so we're going to move kind of fast. Have fun, kiddos. Appreciate everything they do over there. It's really fun over in the nest. If you haven't volunteered with the children, by the way, we're always looking for volunteers. And if you go over there, it's a really rewarding moment to spend with the kids. It's a way to break up the monotony of being an adult some moments. You know, it really is. We have assisted listening available. If for some reason you're having a hard time even hearing how loud I am, please make sure that you take advantage of it. We can find the resources for you so you can still hear everything that's going on. So our weeklies, we have Sound Bath going on this Sunday. It's Lisa Swisher is going to be running it. She is a wonderful practitioner. If you haven't been here before, if you haven't seen her, then you probably haven't been here before. She does a wonderful show, and I believe they're doing some breath work involved with it with Shanti and everything else, so go check that out. Let's Get Metaphysical, Tuesdays at 10:30. We got Jenny and Eric are holding it down while Joanne and Jim are down south. A wonderful group if you're looking for more community or looking to expand kind of your scope of metaphysical principles, concepts, and thoughts. Keeping It Real, Open Source Spirituality, Wednesdays at 6:30. I will be speaking this week on a talk called Choose Love, talking about using our conscious power in our relationships. Let's see what else we got. Yoga with Shriman, Thursdays. That's been going on all levels, Thursdays at 9 a.m. That wonderful man who was just talking, go see him, check it out. It's a wonderful opportunity to have a very experienced practitioner run you through some classes, and it's really lovely. We have a Cat Stevens concert, live music and sound bath, February 13th at 6 p.m. at Unity. If you guys are interested, there's more information on the website. You can get tickets. It's a wonderful sound bath offering that's coming around. Time to Renew. We got a lot of announcements today. That's why I'm moving so fast. Scan to refill the 30-second renewal form. So every year as a Unity member, we need to renew our membership. We're not asking for extra money. We're not asking for anything else. We're just asking for you to fill out new information, new contact information, and reaffirm, yes, I want to be a member of Unity. It truly does only take 30 seconds, so please, before our annual meeting, if you're planning on voting at our annual meeting, then we require you to have filled out your renewal form, so please make sure that you get that done. And then we talk about our annual meeting, February 15th from 12 to 3. There's a lot to be done at this meeting. It's a little bit longer than normal. We obviously just came into having a new minister. William is not able to be here. He's actually out at UWM. He's at the Unity Worldwide this week, but he's really looking for a lot of support at this annual meeting to really allow for us to be moving in a very strong foundational movement as he's coming in. So if you weren't thinking about coming, think about it. Show up, be a part of the community, because it's one thing to just come on Sundays, it's another to be involved in the decision-making process of what's going on around here so that we can all be working on that joint venture towards unity, love, and service, like we talked about earlier. So in that spirit, we are calling for local nonprofit nominations. I believe I have 9 of them so far that got submitted. We are looking for more. If you have a local nonprofit who you believe that Unity should tithe to, that is part of the annual meeting voting process. We would love to know who is available for tithing before the voting process. So if you know anybody in the community or you want to get it on there, that QR code works. You can talk to me afterwards. We want to make sure that we're getting as many people as possible in there so the community can have a good pool of people to vote from so that our voice can be heard fully. Does that make sense? Wonderful. Divine Dinner. This is more fun. This is with Matthew Lofton. This is a healer's potluck dinner. You have to see him for more info, and this is particularly for people who are interested in being healers. So see Matthew for more information. He raised his lovely hand over there to the right. We have our Sacred Women's Drum Circle with lovely Kate Kavanaugh. That is going on February 7th, 10 a.m. to 12. If you identify as a female and you're interested in finding more community with other females, please go check out that Sacred Drum Circle. It's going on this Saturday. We also have our men's group going on this week. February 7th at 6 p.m. Eric Moyerman is the head of that, right back there, looking tan, looking wonderful. If you want more information, please check him out. It's a group of men who get together on a monthly basis, bi-weekly, in order to come further into community and to find more relationships. That's it. It's a lot of announcement, guys. A lot of announcements. Next, I'm going to invite Soulshine. Do you have something to say, Matthew?
Yeah, just briefly, with the Divine Healers potluck, Jana has moved, so check your email for the new address.
Wonderful.
If you're not on my list and want to come,
Contact him. Wonderful. Next, I'm going to invite up Soulshine to give us a song and break up the monotony. and I'll be back up to introduce our wonderful speaker. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't always feel it. Yeah, but that's when I need it the most. So I'ma keep on singing till my soul catches up with my song. There's times when my hands go up freely and times that it costs. There's days when a praise comes out easy and days when it takes all the strength I got. So I'll bring my hard-fought, heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah. And I'll bring my storm-tossed, torn sail, story to tell, hallelujah. Oh, 'cause God, you've been patient, God, you've been gracious, faithful whatever I'm feeling or facing. So I'll bring my heart-fought, heartfelt, it is well, hallelujah. 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 Well, I've been wrestling with the darkness, but I'm trying to reach for the light. Yeah, the struggle keeps me honest, and it breaks down the walls of my pride. 'Cause faith isn't proving like gold till it's been through the fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My head, heart, and hands are feeling heavy, but that's when I lift them just a little higher. Well, I bring my heart-fought, heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah. Oh, and I'll bring my storm-tossed, torn sail, story to tell, hallelujah. Oh, 'cause God, you've been patient, God, you've been gracious, faithful whatever I'm feeling or facing. So I'll bring my heart-fought, heartfelt, it is well, hallelujah. Whoa, 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 hallelujah. Lord, I need you more than I need anything in my life. Lord, won't you free me? Lord, it ain't easy. Break all these chains, Lord. So I'll bring my heart-fought, heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah, yeah. And I'll bring my storm-tossed, torn sail, story to tell, hallelujah. Oh, 'cause God, you've been patient, God, you've been gracious, faithful whatever I'm feeling or facing. So I'll bring my heart-fought, heartfelt, it is well, hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
That was wonderful. Yeah, hallelujah, that one. Kind of fitting for Beth's personality in a strange way. If you don't know Beth, she's done many classes here, meditations here, dancer prayers, she's done workshops. She is a minister in the Buddhist tradition. She's a feminist. She's studied earth spirituality heavily. She has a master's degree in adult education. She's overall just an absolutely fantastic representation of a person. And so, like, honestly, like, seriously. So, it is, without further ado, and with so much great respect, I invite her up on stage to speak for you guys. So Beth Welton-Miller is coming on up. I'll move it back for Eric later.
A little bit over, maybe. No. Well, you're probably all wondering what this is.
Well, that's the fun part.
That's the fun part, yeah. A little different instead of slides, but. So let's all, I need to take a breath, so let's all take a breath, a deep belly breath, coming into the present moment with grounding, possibly some openness, some curiosity. My intention this morning is that we're going to be talking about awakening through relationships, that we all can maybe get some more insight to go toward awakening much more, because our world definitely needs that, and we need that. So February is the month of relationships, and the theme is relationships all month. I'm starting that out. And last month, William started out with self-awareness, because we need a lot of self-awareness to be able to be in conscious relationship with one another in our world around us. And so William talked some about the nervous system and the brain in your palm of your hand, and how we flip our lids, and how we can regulate our nervous system. Rochelle talked about solo travel and paying attention to ourselves and looking at our belief systems. Ahmadine talked about the vagus nerve and being connected to the body, and also being connected to the body and your intuition, and that's how we do that, through the right brain. And then Katie talked about wounds to wisdom. And so, which all of this goes along with some of the plan also in spring to start classes in self-awareness, conscious relationship, how to communicate, listen, and be with conflict, and how do we do that in our lives? Because we have a intention to awaken. So what does awakening mean? If I talk about the word awakening, many of you have maybe heard it a lot and know it, and some maybe it's a new thing. But basically it's about remembering who we are as divine, whole individuals, beings, connected. We know that we're connected to one another. We know we're co-creators with life because we are connected. It's a unity principle that we have here. But how do we cultivate that? So our relationships and interactions, which are happening all the time with our spouses, our partners, our kids, our families, the community here, the worldwide community. Those are all ways that we can look and learn about ourselves and awaken more. They are our doorway to our awakening. Others are actors, in a sense, in our soul expansion journey. But don't we tend to believe our upset has to do with somebody out there? You know, we can bring up our finger, we can blame, etc. But sort of like, well, if they just did it differently, I'd be a lot happier. Don't we all think like that at times? Yes. But awakening often begins with a choice to inquire, to look inside, like we were talking about self-awareness, to look at ourselves and examine where we interact with the world. Where do we get defensive? Where do we get stimulated, activated, triggered? Where do we blame, lash out, lose our cool? All those kinds of things. Those strong emotional reactions are our feedback. They're clues to ourself. They are golden messages for us to learn more about ourselves and to get more free in who we are as divine beings. So what are some more things about this being a relationship, being the remembering who we are and us being co-creators? Because if we look around here, we're all the divine. In every person here, we are divinity. We're divinity, yes, we're in human bodies, and we'll talk about that more, and we got our stuff, and we are also divinity and connected to spirit. Relationships become mirrors for us. I did bring a mirror today. I'm going to use this. Relationships are our mirrors. So what is seeking expression or healing may be revealed by our mirrors. They reveal the gap between what we know and how I show up in life. And not to shame us, but to awaken us. None of this is about we're wrong or bad. This process takes a lot of compassion. What we resist or what triggers us reveals what may need to be transformed. Relationships reflect our beliefs, our expectations, our patterns that we have in life. And we, a lot of times, attract our belief systems to us. So I want to tell you a little example about my husband, which he gave me consent to say this, is talking about early on. We've been together 31 years now, amazing, and yeah, that can be a feat. And so the background, so how we bring trauma into relationships, which Dan and I didn't know a lot about that at that time, but my husband has abandonment and abuse issues. He grew up when he was little, and not a good beginning for a little being. And so when we got together, then I noticed that he started pushing me away. Like, I like loving and all that kind of stuff, and he'd push me away, or there were subtle ways that he just couldn't handle love, as well as he couldn't trust that connection was safe. And so in the beginning of our relationship, we had to play with this, and I had to realize that it wasn't really about me, although I had those feelings in the beginning. And thank heavens, right away, we both were into learning, and we studied with Gay and Catherine Hendricks for years, which is about conscious relationship and body-centered transformation and working with traumas. And so we have been able to transform some of that by looking at how and releasing those beliefs that can be almost like contracts in it, like set in stone sometimes, until we start unraveling them and connecting with the little being inside of us that had that experience that was really alone. And so that has transformed him and our life and his life with other people. So if something triggers us, we get stimulated by us, it's most likely about us, especially if it happens over and over again. Unity teaches that life reflects consciousness. In the patterns we attract, what are we attracted to? The conflicts that happen over and over again, and the traits that trigger us in other people. Maybe somebody shows up and we're thinking, oh, that person is needy, or that person is controlling, or that person is defensive, or that person is critical all the time. So that's where we judge is a good place to look at, so if I take neediness, if I don't own my needs, maybe I shut down my needs, I'm going to look out there, and when somebody shares their need, I might say, wow, isn't that person so needy? Because I'm not claiming my needs. I'm not claiming who I am. Very much power in claiming who we are, all of ourselves, in our divinity and our humanness also. So if somebody disturbs my peace, it probably has to do with me. But I want to say that can be a big shift. And many of you here probably already do that. Some maybe are newbies. A whole plethora of things as we are on our path of awakening. But this is a major change or a switch. Now I'm going to show you what's behind these two things here. So I'm going to talk some about going from unconscious and asleep to conscious and awake, and what this big shift is. So when we're unconscious, and asleep, there's drama. We feel like a victim, or we want to blame. We get out our fingers and we're blaming. It's always about the other person. We think we're separate. We're not responsible for what happens in our lives or our reactions. Somebody else is. Victim. We don't have power, although this way of being feels like it has a lot of power. It's addictive. It has a lot of neurohormones, which makes us like to do this. We get adrenaline in our system, and we're right, and all that kind of stuff. But really, it doesn't have power to make change or to really get what we want. And then it's more left brain. Left brain has to do with instrumental brain, which is not relational at all. It's about fixing, analyzing, judging, blaming is in there, all those kinds of things. And over here, I don't really take on that I'm a co-creator with life. So all of us go here. It's just how long do we stay in this? And how do we make the big shift, 180-degree shift to say, is there a better way to do this? How can I walk in this moment, into wakefulness or consciousness? And I'll say this takes a lot of courage, this takes a lot of commitment, and it takes a lot of loving and care for yourself and the world around you. So in this space, we're walking into warm curiosity. I wonder, why is this happening in my life? Not because I'm bad, but what do I need to learn about myself? I'm a co-creator with life. Life is a learning opportunity. We hear about that, but really taking that on. It's more right brain, which is connected to the vagus nerve, which is also about warmth, compassion, body sensations. And I take ownership. I take ownership just because. I kind of play with that. And not every 100% of everything is about me, but we can inquire. I can take ownership for my experience in life. I know I'm connected. I know I'm at one. I know people are mirrors for me. That's why I got this mirror here. And we're self-aware. So 2 different ways of being, and we flit back and forth with this kind of thing. So I'm going to give you 2 examples and kind of try and play this out a little bit in 2 examples from my life, switching from this side to this side. So the first one is it's more early on in my relationship with my husband, where he's a busy guy, and people who know him, he's a busy, active guy. He likes to talk a lot. He's a consultant, business. He's busy. When we first got together, which people used to think he was going to be a bachelor. And then when we got together, people were like, really? He's so active all the time. So I'm going to dramatize drama with this, okay? Dan, how come you're never around? Why did you even want to marry me? You're just gone all the time. How do we have time in relationship, in connection? You know, I like yum, and I want to do some things together. Yeah. You so selfish. So that's a little bit of drama. You know, I could blame him for all this. And it feels so real, doesn't it? Our drama feels so real. But then we have the option I had the option, especially because we were learning all these things at the time, to take the 180 shift over here. And what does this look like? From this situation, can I wonder, do I need this situation in my life to heal something in me? So how that process can go is that, you know, I take a breath. I take some space from the drama or and then I connect with, my body sensations. What's going in? I notice that I'm, kind of tight in my chest because the body doesn't lie, so it takes us in. And then it might give me, what's my emotion or my need? Yeah, well, I'm sad. My husband's not around very much. We don't get to play. And I have such a need for connection, for sharing love. I have a need for attention. So I connect with that in me. And so the brain in your palm of your hand, I start bringing, this is where we're flipping our lids. We're not in our true thinking, kind of, our prefrontal cortex. And this is, I get to start bringing my clear thinking back. I have connection with myself. And then I can look at, well, why would I need this? Which I'm going through this pretty fast. In your life, you'd probably sit with it longer than I'm going to sit with it right now. And I know some of what I've healed with this. So then I look at, well, why would I need this? What from my past? What beliefs do I have that might want to play this out so I can look at it? And so what I found out is, and some of my issues go to this, but it can go to, your parents or your ancestry. So when I was growing up, or a wee baby, little one with my mother, she was very distracted, very nervous person, and I was always on an energetic level trying to get connection with her. A lot of stuff around lack of connection and being seen. And kind of, as I'm doing this, kind of grabby energy that then I would do toward my husband, grabby energy. Come on, would you please, because I felt like a victim. And so, I'm getting awareness about that. And when we have awareness, clarity, more grounding, then I can go and use some of my communication skills. I can go to my husband and say, hey, could we talk about this? Now, when I'm over here, it's very hard to talk about it because I'm just making somebody wrong. Over here, I can talk about it. I can say, even if I'm scared, can I really approach my husband and say, Dan, can we have a conversation about this issue in our life? Because I feel sad about it, etc. And I really have the need for more connection, more attention from you. And I may talk more about it. I may say to him, what'd you hear me say? Or how does that land with you? And then we might go to strategy then. Which that's what happens in our life now more so, because he's still a busy person, but he has learned to connect more, unraveling some of his issues, as well as now we're good at scheduling time for Beth and Dan. In our household, and maybe some of yours, when people are busy and active and volunteering and all this kind of stuff, how do we make time for our precious relationships? And so we talked about that, and we were able to do that now in our lives. So that's one. I'll stop that one. Now I think I need a little water. So now I'm going to take an example of something that maybe happens to yourself. Because I don't know about you, but it's easy to judge myself then. Whether it be for people, we all probably have addictive patterns, compulsive patterns. We can judge ourselves for that. Or maybe we had an accident. We fell off a bike and broke our arm or something like that. For me, the example is I had 5 eye surgeries last year. And so cataract surgeries didn't go well, and I had to have more surgeries and stuff like that. So I'm going to dramatize me being unconscious. Beth, you had that intuition right from the beginning that you weren't connecting with this surgeon. Something felt off about this. But why did you continue? Why did you continue doing that when you had an intuition? Why didn't you follow that? So that's some of drama. I could blame myself and be really hard on myself. What the hell? Why did you do this? Look at all the suffering you've caused yourself. So then I have the chance. Okay, I want to do 180 degrees I want to look in the mirror and look at myself. What's here for me? Something's here for me. Not in a blame way, in a compassionate way. This is where we get stuck with this part of it, I think. Because it also brings up pain, can bring up pain. But so then it was breathe, present. Oh yeah, I feel so sad. Tighten my pelvis. Sad that I didn't connect. Wasn't able to voice my intuition in the moment with this. And there was part of my left brain, which is the strategy and all that likes to play by the rules. I have some of that in me too, where I could not, insurance had a certain amount of time that you had to get this surgery in, and I was just like, okay, we're going for it, instead of listening to myself. So it was a real softening into another lesson. I've had other lessons about owning my own authority, owning my intuition. That seems to be a common thing with me, where I don't totally step into it sometimes, especially when maybe the stakes are higher or something like that. And so in that, I also calmed myself down, and I was able to get a new surgeon to move forward in some of the ways that I was in a process for 10 months with. And that worked out much better. So there was then other decisions that I made that I could connect with myself more. So two different ways of looking at anything in our life. It was good to notice that I can make a change there. Because our beliefs, the beliefs about my intuition or my authority, or that I matter, or that I can get attention, etc., all those things, they can shadow everything. Life looks like that. Our trauma makes life look like it is, and sometimes it's not very easy to do, especially because on this side, we all can get into this. It's just how long we stay in it. And a lot of people stay in this, I think, for life. Or how can we create a bigger gap between, okay, I'm feeling like this right now, and that's a normal thing, and I'm going to shift. But our brains, just to honor this, our brains don't always have choice, depending on what gets activated. It's then after the fact. And that's why the power of learning about that we can do this, and what are the skills that we need for self-awareness, and listening to ourselves, and connecting, and then communicating with other people about our needs. How do we know our needs, etc. So I want us to do just a 1-minute exercise right here. I want you to, if you want to close your eyes, and I want you to look a little bit to the left. Say you're looking at this one, and we're going to, for 20 seconds, I want you to think of a situation, relationship you've had in the last 2 weeks that might have some drama. Maybe it's with yourself, too. So think of that and just notice how you go into drama and how it is in your body. And I know 20 seconds isn't much, but this is what we're going to do. Okay, now I want you to turn more in your mind's eye to this side. This is this whatever your situation you thought of, this is your bow to your guru in a sense. What's here for you in this relationship situation? How can you be compassionate and curious toward yourself with warmth for 20 seconds? And notice what it feels like. So I know that wasn't very long, but I would encourage you to take it home and possibly do it that way as far as looking at how do I go into drama? What's my signature thing around that? And what if I went more toward waking up to what's here for me? Because awakening is about reclaiming our projections, how we project, whether it be my neediness onto another, or how we project I'm not lovable, or I can't get attention, or whatever the case may be that is maybe a belief inside of me. So we reel that back so we're not projecting it so much onto other people. We do this when we listen to ourselves. We take time, we be present, we notice our body sensations. The body doesn't lie. What are our needs and feelings? Connecting with needs and feelings. And then inquiring, what's the belief here that probably doesn't serve me anymore? Not that we're bad that we have these beliefs. It all makes sense. From whatever your background is, we have beliefs from that. We all make sense. There's nothing wrong with us. We're humans having a human experience, and we're learning to wake up more and remember our divinity. So, and as the mirror then changes, our life changes, but not because others have necessarily changed, it's because we did. Let me say that again. The mirror changes, or life changes around us, not because the other person did, but because we did. Life looks different. Sometimes it takes a while. Divine order doesn't mean relationships are perfect. I mean, we all go into this. I go into this. But it's just how long before I'm like, there's probably another way. Let me point myself this way. Because this energy, this doesn't feel very good, really, even though it's got the adrenaline, so it feels good. But it's not the truth of us. It's a piece of us, and it's where we can find information. But here's the where we get more energy. We get grounding. We get connection with our divinity. It's where we're honest, aligned. This is life-giving. This is not life-giving. This creates separation. This creates connection. You know, what we judge, resist, or even idealize in other people may be a divine quality that we haven't owned, or a trait that we learn to deny in ourselves, or a strength we fear claiming. What have we not fully claimed? You know, whether it's our voice, that's been a big one for me, or my worth, am I lovable? Or our authority, you know, my power. Do I have power, authority, and my capacity to receive love? What's that about? The relationship that heals everything else is the one we have with ourselves. It all comes back to ourselves, really. At least that's the liberation. That's the freedom we have. That frees us up. So throughout my life, I wondered about, well, how do I get people to really want to do this? Or the why. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the why before we end. Because this shift, our life is filled with this. Movies are filled with this. We're just so used to this kind of stuff. And I'm right, all of us, there's that. And that can be juicy too, as I said. But how do we have the courage, the commitment, the care for ourselves and others in our world to go toward this way? You know, because it is a leap. It is a leap. And sometimes I still think, well, okay, you got that belief system going on. Did you look at this yet, Beth? Kind of? Is there something about me? I don't like that this is happening so much. I want to be freed up more. So some of the things that the whys, that we get more connection with our essence and divinity, and then we live from that more. We're more self-regulated in our nervous system, so we don't wig out as much, grounded. Equanimity. We have equanimity so we can hold space for other people more. There's more depth with others, more honest, aligned relationships with others, more connection with others, a depth of that. More flow. When we're in the flow with, in a sense, universal energy. Less drama. Not that we can't get into drama, but we can switch. And then our vibration, the vibration of this, which we have a ton of this in our world right now, don't we? This is a low vibration. This is a much different vibration, a much higher vibration. And don't we want way more of this in our personal lives, in the world around us? Because you are all leaders in bringing yourself, your families, your kids, this community, your wider community, and the world into more consciousness. We all can do that. Eckhart Tolle, if you know him, he's written lots of books, a spiritual person, says, true spiritual progress is revealed not by mystical experiences, but by assessing changes in our reactivity to life's challenges and freedom from the grip of thoughts and beliefs. So this is a big part of us getting free. It has been for me, and I still, we all still, until I die, I'll probably go over here until I, but how's the gap between that? Because the relationship that heals everything else is the one we have ourselves. And it ripples out. It is a vibration. So I really encourage us all to ripple out our awakened consciousness. And to join us more and more as a community, to learn the skills to do this, and to interact in that way, to really encourage and move ourselves more in that direction more and more. In compassionate, caring, curious kinds of ways, honoring our divinity. And so I'd like to take us right now into the meditation, a little guided meditation, and a prayer before I end. Yeah, so just take a deep breath. If you want to close your eyes, let your eyes soften or shut. And bring to mind somebody who has been present in your life lately. Something has stirred something in you. Maybe it's the example that we did in Midway. You're welcome to use that. Not to analyze, not to fix, just to notice. We're just noticing who pops into your mind. And as you hold this person in awareness, silently affirm, this relationship is part of my awakening. And just be with that, breathe with that. Your attention is inward. Notice what this relationship has revealed: a feeling, a need, a truth, a strength. Whatever arises, let it be met with compassion, your compassion and warmth. It wants nothing more than that. Letting yourself breathe. Seeing yourself, I see myself with love. Feel that presence within you. The Spirit, the divine spark expressing as you, whole, aware, complete. Rest in this knowing for a few minutes. Knowing that every relationship is guiding me home to myself. And as you're with this and have your eyes possibly closed, I want to do a closing prayer. Divine presence, we give thanks for the sacred relationships in our lives, the easy ones and the challenging ones, the ones that comfort us and the ones that awaken us. We bless every person who has served as a mirror, revealing where love is asking to be remembered, where truth is ready to be spoken, and where the divine within is ready to rise. We release the need to blame, the need to defend, and the need to change anyone outside ourselves. We claim our spiritual authority now, knowing that as our consciousness is lifted, our relationships come into divine order. We affirm that the Spirit within us is present in every encounter, guiding our words, our boundaries, and our love. And we move forward from this moment awake, willing, and aligned with the truth. In gratitude, we release this prayer, knowing it is already fulfilled, and so it is. Thank you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside There is only love, love that heals, that love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. This is actually our moment for prayer, but Beth had such a wonderful prayer at the end of her talk that I'm just going to give a moment for you guys to fill out the green cards. There's green cards in the back of your chairs. We here at Unity believe in affirmative prayer. There's a QR code up there, too. You can submit online. And we believe in claiming things, claiming our power, claiming our authority, using our conscious, awake brain in the prayer process. So if you feel called, fill out a claim on the green sheet. If you submit it, not only will somebody reply to you if you want, you can check a box, but your prayer claims will also go to Silent Unity and be prayed over for a month. There's some power there. There's an opportunity there, and there's an ability to take that 180-degree turn right into that conscious action right now. I'll let you guys take it away. Eric. Welcome, visitors. There's blue cards as well in the back of the chairs. And there are the green cards. If you're new here and you feel so called, you can fill out your contact information. We won't bug you about too much, but it will allow us to stay in contact with you, and you can see some of the events and everything that are going on here at Unity. Do we have anybody that's new that wants to say hello? That's here for the first moment? No, that's okay. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everything you're doing.
We appreciate the holy gift you are.
Yes, thank you so much. If my greeters will come forward with the baskets. Next is, as we spoke about earlier, this place being ran by volunteers, it's also ran by donations. We do not have the ability to be creating a massive amount of income. We are not holding you against the flame, and we are not telling you that you're going anywhere bad if you don't hang out with us. We are just holding space for love, harmony, community, creation, and connection. And in order to do so, it requires a certain amount of money inside of this environment. And so as these baskets go around, if you feel called, put a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20 inside of there. If you don't put that inside of there, put some love, put some intention, put some nice thoughts, and maybe put your name on a volunteer list to come see us and give some energy in that way. So if you guys will read with me the blessing of the offering. Laurel's getting poked, don't worry. I'm watching it all go down. Just a moment. Okay, if you'll read with me. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you and thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. Gratitude in my soul, baby. And I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say thank you. Muchos gracias. And I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Gratitude in my heart. Woo! Got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Last two announcements. As you see Kalinda, she's taking her shawl off now though. If you see somebody with a white stole on, we are available for prayers after service. If you're interested, please come forward. There will be prayer chaplains available. Take advantage of that if you feel called to. The second announcement is that Beth will be doing a wonderful talk about, so you can conversate with her afterwards. There has been a request from the kitchen staff of no snacks in the talk about. And cups, plates, everything else as well. Please, it makes extra dishes for the staff after they've already cleaned up. So please finish all of your items before you come into the talk about. Thank you so much. The last item that we'll do on the way out the door is the closing prayer. As we began this day, on this sunny 50-degree day with 100 different people, with 100 different places to be, we came together in a unified field to receive a message. And we will close out in a unified field spreading that message. So if you read it with me. Holy shine shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. So it is. Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah. I got gratitude in my heart. Woo! I got gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby! And I just want to say thank you for coming. And I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. I just